Find candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
RocketGrabPlus.com. This week's deal on RocketGrabPlus.com is for the Blossom Spa and Boutique. You can get body contouring treatments for eliminating cellulite for only $275. Or you can get one cycle of cool sculpting for only $375. You can also get one spa facial for only $35. All of those deals are half off. Head to RocketGrabPlus.com right now to snag your deal. RocketGrabPlus.com.
Is your prostate secretly being destroyed without you knowing it? All the ads for these prostate pills like Super Beta Prostate, Saw Palmetto, ProstaStream, Prostagenics, and others want to know which pills work and which are garbage? Now you can. Get a free copy of the new guide, Prostate Secrets, that pulls back the curtain on the prostate pill industry. Learn what is really in these pills. Which pill has over 987 adverse event reports filed against it with the FDA? It's shocking. Learn the one food to avoid that is a prostate killer, and discover the 3 so-called health foods that destroy your prostate. Get your free copy at prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com. This free guide will show you how to end your prostate problems without drugs or surgery, 5 important things to do to protect your prostate, and much more. Warning, this guide is controversial and may be offensive to some readers as it pulls no punches. So go to prostatesecrets.com, prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com.
Now, the only locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henne along with Jonathan Dent. JD, I can't believe where I am.
You're back in the studio.
I'm back in the studio.
Good to have you back.
Air conditioning and the whole works. How about that? It's been a real busy day. John and I were just talking before we went on the air. In the last, 8 days? We had 7 live broadcasts all over the place.
All out on remote, so we couldn't stream them.
And I'll tell you, it was a lot of fun. All the people we had a chance to work with, to say hello with. It's a good thing that they don't have the old style flash cameras around. I'd feel like I was in a wedding or something, you know. It was great. We had a chance to really see a lot of you. And hopefully in the not too distant future, we'll have a chance to see more of you, because we will be out on the road toward the tail end of this week. But right now, thank goodness I'm inside and I'm in Radio Center, because right now we're looking at cloudy skies. What do we have for a temperature right now, John?
Well, it's pleasant temperatures. It's that humidity that's going to get us today. Over at the airport, they're reporting 77 degrees. Midland's got 78. And here at Radio Center, we're at 76. But we have a 91% relative humidity.
Ouch.
I saw heat indexes up into the 90s forecast for today.
Oh, yeah. And over the weekend, we were looking at triple digits.
Yep.
Temperature-wise, we had some pretty warm temperatures. I'm looking at Friday. We were at 88. Saturday, 91. Sunday, 87. And throughout all that period, obviously, we were looking at high humidities. Not a lot of rain, but we did pick up some rain shower activity earlier this morning. We did have a few reports in Bay City where they were looking at just under 0.2 of an inch of rain. I think for the most part, John, that was about it. I don't think we got a heck of a lot more rain from anybody in particular. Incidentally, downtown Bay City is reporting 76, so they're a little bit cooler. What we are going to be seeing is later on this afternoon, more so tonight, we're going to see that wind begin to shift coming out of the northwest tonight at about 10 to 12 miles per hour. Not like it's really going to drop our temperatures, but instead of 74 and 75 at 6 o'clock in the morning, we're going to be looking at 60 degrees tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning. We had a bout of some showers with a little bit of a break right now. No major systems approaching as of right now, but later on this afternoon, but more so tonight, we are expecting another round of shower activity to move through. And in some areas, it will be heavy at times. So hopefully in your backyard, you won't have a whole lot of flooding water to contend with, but there will be some heavy showers around. 82 is our projected high as we go through the remainder of the day. 60, 61, 62 tonight and early tomorrow morning. It'll be clearing off, especially after midnight tonight. And then high pressure over northern Wisconsin is going to begin to clear everything out. The front will drop from the northwest to the southeast. A low pressure system, which is cutting across central Michigan, is going to be departing off to the east, dragging everything with it. Tomorrow, boy, that's going to be a nice day. Sunshine, we're looking at a high of 76, a low tomorrow night of 59. Then on Wednesday, more in the way of sun. It's going to start to warm up just a little bit more. Mostly sunny skies for, I think, a good part of the day on Wednesday. 85 for a high. There is going to be a spotty shower around on Wednesday night, but no major system. And nothing like we will be seeing later on this afternoon and tonight as we go through the nighttime hours on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, mostly sunny skies. Once again, middle 70s. We'll be out at the Bay County Fair on Thursday previewing the youth auction, livestock auction. That'll be taking place on Thursday evening about 5:30. And then on Friday, we're going to be out at Backwoods Blueberries. The folks at Lingle Equipment will be hosting us out there. We're going to be looking at mostly sunny skies, 76 degrees for a high on Friday. 52 for a low on Friday night. So it's actually going to feel, John, a little like fall.
Yeah, getting down there a little bit.
Yep, but Saturday, upper 70s, sunshine. Sunday, maybe a few more clouds around and 80 degrees. So coming back down just a little bit, and the humidity dropping quite a bit as well. We should be 81 for a high, 61 for a low. The record high in this state is 99. Now, that was set way back in 1900 and tied in 2001. The record low is 42. That was set back in 1904. And a year ago today, 86 was our high, 70 was our low. We picked up about a third of an inch for the month of August. We had just a little bit more than a half inch out at the airport. You take a look at it this year, almost an inch and a half at the airport for the first 7 days of the month. So quite a change from what we saw a year ago. Sun will set this evening at 8:50. Rise tomorrow morning at 6:35. So looking at a much nicer week. We'll get through all of this madness here on this afternoon and tonight. And then I think other than Wednesday, where we heat up just a little bit more and maybe a shower late Wednesday night, pretty much uneventful as we go through the work week. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by is Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. And I think he's going to give us some good news on a Monday. What do you think?
Fingers crossed.
We got them both hands right here. But before we get to all that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Steiner Tractor. They want to remind you that coming up on Friday after we leave the Blueberry Farm and head over to the Bay County Fair for a couple of minutes to check some things out, we're going to be heading over to Caro, to the Caro Fairgrounds, the site of the Tuscola County Fair this year, where the Thumb Area Old Engine and Tractor Association is going to be having their 46th annual Old Engine and Tractor Show. And again, that's August the 12th, 13th, and 14th. Lots of old stuff out there that it's intriguing to see. And they want to emphasize the fact that the Farm Toy Show and Sale is going to be on the 13th at the Caro grounds. Very successful event for the club, and happy buyers as well. Again, the folks at Steiner Tractor, New Parts for Old Tractors, want to remind you that Big Thumb Area Old Engine and Tractor Association annual Engine and Tractor Show coming up at the Tuscola County Fairgrounds in Caro this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Gary Kaufman ready to go?
I think he is. Gary, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing great, Gary. I just happened to take a look at the trade here just before we went on the air. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Well, every minute it changes, every second it changes. And boy, we've been on both sides of this market. We've had a 33-cent range in the wheat already since last night, and 15 in the corn, and 27 cents in the soybean arena. And actually, the only thing on the positive remaining is the wheat, Terry. Every corn and beans turned negative all of a sudden here.
Wow.
So, anyways, cash wheat is up 7 right now. That puts the white at 743 and the red at 693. New crop for next year also up 4. That puts the white at 802 and the red at 752. Cash corn, call it down 3 right now at 607. New crop is also down about 2 to 3 here as well at 553. Cash soybeans currently down a nickel at 1564, and new crop, let's call it down a nickel as well, Terry, at 1339.
Well, I can about imagine why it's so volatile, but what seems to be going on here this morning?
Well, I mean, it seemed like the traders were watching the weather over the weekend, and they felt, we were down early last night on some beneficial weekend rains, and then some more grain shipments from Ukraine continue to progress. So that was kind of the bearish news, and then about about 9:30 here this morning, USDA announced some new sales, and it was about 4.9 million bushels of soybeans to China. So that perked up the bean market for a little while. And then we had some corn sales to Italy and some more corn sales to unknown, and those totaled almost 9 million bushels. So that helped perk the corn and the beans up for a bit. But the wheat staying on the positive note here, just, they're continued fighting over in the Black Sea region, and there's some kind of, I guess, news this morning that Russia has taken over one of the largest nuclear facilities, and considered in Europe over the weekend. And if I know we are, Terry, I don't know about some other folks out there, but we remember the Chernobyl days back in 1986 and what that did to the wheat market. So they're kind of referencing that time to today, and it's going to keep, world wheat is, the fundamentals remain bullish, and there's tight supplies, and with the uncertainty in the Black Sea region, who knows, where this market's going to take it. So.
Well, you mentioned Chernobyl. That brings back a lot of memories, because I recall I had to speak up in northern Michigan on that day and did the farm show up there after I got done with my speech. And one of the things we touched on was that Chernobyl problem. I mean, it was a big problem. And of course, a lot of folks they knew it was bad, but they had no idea the long reaching effects of that spill. And I mean, you're talking land, living things, everything in that area that still don't produce anything. And as far as people goes, boy, all sorts of health issues. If there are still some people that live in the area, it's for the most part, it's desolate up there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And let's hope all the folks involved have learned something from that event, and hopefully we don't have a reoccurrence of similar situation for sure. So
Well, and again, unfortunately, it went to the extreme. Something like that happened, and there were some reasons why it happened. It just really put a damper on anything when it came to that source of producing energy. And we've never seen that industry recover anywhere, especially here in the United States. It's been tough. It's really been tough.
for sure.
Gary, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
Yeah, buckle up for another exciting week in the grain market. So
Oh, man, I can hardly wait. Talk to you later.
Guys. Yeah.
No Doug Klein today, but in taking a look at the Chicago Board of Trade right now, John, we do see the September contract is up 3. That would make it 613 and a quarter. December is down fractionally. We'll call it down a half at 609 and a quarter. August soybeans are currently at 1627. That is up 12 and a quarter. September contract is at 1467 and 3/4. That's up 4 and a half. Wheat on the September is at 786. That is up 10 and a quarter. December contract is right now at 804 and 3/4. That is up 9 and a half. And crude oil on the September contract right now is up 129. That makes it $90.30 a barrel. Our market report has been brought to you by...
This beginning of the week market report brought to you by the folks at Schaefer and Beerline. Are you ready to upgrade to a new Ram truck for your family farm? Now is the time to order your new Ram 1500, 2500, or 3500 so you can go see the folks at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, the Great Lakes Bay certified ag dealer. They specialize in all models of new Ram commercial trucks and vans. Ordering is now the way to go. You can buy with confidence from Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth since 1852, where family and service sells cars. Also by Thumb Bank. They've been serving agriculture for over 125 years. They've got 2 locations in Bay City, also Cass City, Caseville, Pigeon, Bad Axe, and Marlette. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust.
Folks with the Michigan corn growers want to remind you, of course, their golf outing scheduled for August the 10th over at Verona Hills is on. So for more information, you can go to micorn.org. Do we have our next guest on the line?
We do. Let's head over to Bay Landscaping Garden Center where Jerry Samolsky is standing by. Jerry, good morning.
Hi, Jerry. Did you get any rain this morning?
Just about a tenth, maybe 1,500. Not a whole lot, but hopefully this next band brings us a nice drink.
Yeah, and we were talking last week about putting lawn in. I think we got some moisture now to work with.
We do, Terry. And so when you're doing your lawn work and repair work, again, many people just will buy grass seed, they'll overcast it on their lawn. It just doesn't work. So the prep is really important. Like painting, like anything you do, being ready and having a prepared surface is really the best. So you need some loose soil to have that seed bed into, so when it germinates, it can start setting root. But if it's just sitting on top, it doesn't have anything. So we got to work it up, make sure we get that ready to go. And in the coming week, we'll talk about some seed selection and what kind of thing you should look for in your mixes and what kind of things you shouldn't. So, but you always want to have a good mix, good paint when you're doing a job. It'll turn out better in the long run.
You got that right. Jerry, take care. Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
Talk to you again tomorrow. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Let's talk about a little bit different form of grass out there, John.
Let's do it.
Let's talk about wheat. Who do we have on the line right now?
We've got Dennis Pennington from the Michigan Wheat Board.
Dennis, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Terry?
Hey, we're doing great. Understand you have a trial report, a performance trial report that's just been issued here not too long ago. Let's talk a little bit about the results.
Sure. Yeah, we just got our state yield trial report completed and published online, so people can go to varietytrials.msu.edu and get it, or miwheat.org and get a copy of the report.
So what did you learn from it?
So the report is kind of a compilation of all of the variety trial locations that we planted in the state of Michigan. We had 6 locations this year. We had one that we didn't report because we had so much water damage. But basically we had our overall average yield across all of the locations was 90.9 bushels per acre. So just about a trend yield, not or anything record breaking, but still a respectable yield.
Boy, very. I mean, 90 bushel the acre is okay. And from what I'm gathering, we didn't have a lot of issues with having wheat docked at the elevator.
So grain quality this year was far better than what it was last year. Last year we didn't really have so much vomitoxin problems last year, and we had none this year. But boy, sprouting was a problem last year, and we had virtually no pre-harvest sprout problems. Our falling numbers have been really good for the most part. And so, yeah, the quality of the crop coming off has actually been quite remarkable.
Planted acres, harvested acres, what did that report show?
So we're down in acres this year from a year ago. A year ago, we had about 600,000 acres. We were down to 480,000 acres planted. This year, we'll see what USDA comes out with for the actual harvested acres. But we were down in acres because of the fall wet conditions. You know, it was difficult to get beans harvested and get wheat planted with the frequent rainfalls that we had in late September, early October.
Now, as far as varieties are concerned, were there any varieties that really jumped out at you that possibly they might be good varieties for individuals to look at for fall planting?
Yeah, so in our variety trial report, we tested 125 different lines. About 65% of them are commercially available. The other 35% of those are experimental lines from all the different companies that sell wheat seed. And so, yeah, there are some varieties that definitely jumped out in terms of white wheat and red wheat. All of that data is contained in the report. And you're going to want to look at the different locations because there is quite a wide range of yields, and there's not one variety that was the top yielder across all locations. So when you're making variety selection choices, you got to make sure you're looking at not only the overall yield, but how did the varieties do in your neck of the woods, and then you want to look at some long-term data. How did it do over the last 2-3 years as well.
Now, I noticed, Dennis, quite a few bales of straw this year in wheat fields. Give me your thought on that.
Yeah, wheat straw has become a pretty important commodity. We have a significant dairy industry in Michigan, as well as just cattle in general, where they use the straw for bedding. But in the dairy industry, there's getting to be more and more of the straw used for feed. The dairy farms are getting their forages put up at such high quality that they need a little more fiber in the diet. So the way they're adding fiber into the ration is through wheat straw. So the number of acres of wheat straw being harvested has gone up over the last, say, 5 or 10 years.
Now, a lot of guys like to use that straw as a, so to speak, a fertilizer, putting it back in the ground and working it under. They think that's really beneficial.
Yes, that is an important thing to remember is if you are baling straw off your ground or you have somebody else baling straw off, you got to remember that you're removing more nutrients, particularly potash, and you got to make sure that you're adding that fertilizer back in so that you can maintain your soil test levels. So, yeah, but there are a number of farms that say, you know what, that the value of the nutrients in the straw is worth more than what I can get for the straw, so they do not bale the straw off.
Yeah, very interesting. Dennis, really appreciate you sharing. You take care. We'll talk again once we move into the month of September. All right?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Dennis Pennington with the Michigan Wheat Board and agronomist down at Michigan State University. We'll be right back. Do you have a yield monitor in your combine? Do you print off a pretty picture every year, but you don't know what to do with it? Why don't you have PC Ag Solutions analyze your data to help you make profitable decisions for the upcoming season? We can help you analyze your data from your planter, sprayer, or combine and compare it to your soil types and nutrient availability. Anything from the planting date to your speed, population, and variety to elevation, drainage, and in-season applications. We can help you make the most profitable decision on your farm. Call us today. 989-868-4444.
It's time to think about your pig. You know, the propane tank in your backyard that heats your home? Well, there's no better company to fill your pig than Forward Energy, covering 23 counties. Forward Energy is a family-owned and operated propane supplier that's been fueling area homes, farms, and businesses since 1925. Fill your pig this year. Visit forwardenergy.com to find out about new customer pricing and programs.
Go forward with Forward Energy.
John, it was really interesting. I had a chance to read a little bit of what Dennis was talking about last week and saw the list of farms that participated in a lot of this performance trial information. And we did have a number of them from our particular area, Tuscola County, Sanilac County, Huron County, of course, Ingham County down there, and Isabella County. So a lot of major wheat production areas just in our part of the state that took part in that research. Very, very interesting research.
Yeah.
Farm Service has been brought to you today by the folks at Kryjak's House Family Restaurant. You got to supply the food for an event coming up. Here it is. The phone number, 989-894-5531. They'll take care of it for you. You'll be a hero at your event. Great place to dine in as well. Kryjak's House, corner of Cass in Michigan on Bay City's south side. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Steve Kathan. The man who shot and killed Ahmaud Arbery 2.5 years ago in Georgia has been given a life sentence for committing a federal hate crime. Arbery's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones.
I'm very proud to say that we finally got justice for Ahmaud on the federal level. I am pleased that they will do their time in the state penitentiary, and that's what I have been screaming the whole time.
The life sentence for Travis McMichael comes months after he and his father and another man each got life for state murder.